I'd like to shift a little bit from being actively leading, working in this career and in this environment. I'd like to speak to the youth of today, the young men and women that are entering into post-secondary education, that are inspired to get involved in engineering as a profession and starting their educational track. For many students, both that are going into colleges and universities for the first time, but also trying to graduate and trying to enter the workforce, obviously the situation that we face today makes that much more challenging. And that's causing a lot of angst and concern, both for themselves and their future, for securing employment. So I'll ask you this. As a leader, someone entrenched in this industry, as a huge industry advocate, if you were in front of a group of university students studying engineering with the fears and anxieties and concerns that they have today, what would you say to them right now?
It's difficult. So I'm going to give you a little short story about when I first started my engineering career. And I was ambitious and I was ready to be productive. And I kept being told, just relax. You have a long career ahead of you. You'll have interesting projects. No single moment will define you. And in retrospect, great advice. And that's my instinct, is to say, this will not define us. That, you will have the opportunity to explore the world and to try different things and to get out there and learn and be engaged. But that's really tough to hear when you're 22 and you just want to get your life started and you've got all these great ideas. So I think this is one of those situations, actually, one of the unique situations where the young people of today, the young folks coming out of university, they have a set of skills that we don't have. They've just been through a whole year of being educated virtually. They're going to continue that if they're doing if they're partway through their education, they'll continue to be online. And they have never experienced the so-called traditional workplace in the way that we have. They don't have that expectation. And so they can come in with a perspective that is super valuable to their leadership, to help us understand, in sort of a reverse mentoring situation, help us understand how to be productive, how to feel engaged, and what are the tools and resources that need to be available to make sure that we can all be productive and stay sane. And I think that that's an exciting thing to present a new graduate with, is to say, you're going to be better than me at this thing, and you need to teach me. And in exchange, I can teach you about, how to be productive as an engineer, how to interpret practice guidelines. I can introduce you to my network, but there's a reciprocity there that maybe doesn't always exist for new graduates. There are immeasurable opportunities. There's a deficit of talent in this province. And so, this is a great time to enter a profession like engineering. There you can go anywhere you want to go, and you can do any kind of job that you want to do within your practice area. And so, so take that as an opportunity, take that as a huge opportunity to go out there and figure out what your space is going to be. We also have that chance to now work wherever we want to work. And, if we want to talk a little bit about finance, coming in as engineers paid reasonably well, but that doesn't buy you real estate in Vancouver. So, as a young engineer, if you take that same salary and you say, what, I'm going to work in Prince George, or I'm going to go and work in Vernon, I can be as productive as I would be in the Vancouver office, but now I'm in a position where I can maybe afford a home, start a family a little bit earlier, and feel that sort of financial stability that I may not have experienced under 2019 conditions.